I have for you some really cool and easy Dollar Tree crafts that you are going to love.
Going to Dollar Tree is always fun, but going to Dollar Tree in the spring and summertime is so much fun. These flip-flops are always out and they have such beautiful designs. I love using them for crafts. I've never quite used them as flip-flops, but for crafting, they are awesome. This year, I grabbed several of the larger adult size and several of the youth size, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use them. All right, so this wreath form I got at the thrift store very inexpensively, and I'm going to use these very cute and vibrant flip-flops adult size from Dollar Tree. I hot glued the first one, and then I decided I needed to make it a little bit more secure, so I'm just going to poke a couple of holes, thread some flexible wire through it, and then I'm just going to thread it through one of the vines on the wreath form so that it has a more secure hold. Last year, I made this beautiful wreath form using flip-flops, and I'm going to have that video at the end of this video, so if you want to watch how I made that. So this year, I decided to make a little bit of a different one, but still using flip-flops as the main piece. So after I have the first one tightened up, I'm just going to cut off the excess wire, and I'm going to do the same thing with the next flip-flop. I'm just going to poke a couple of holes on the bottom, thread some wire, and then just tighten it to the bottom of the wreath. Now, after I did that, I did want to still add some hot glue. The wreath form and the flip-flops will attach very nicely with the glue, and this will be very permanent there to go against any elements. All right, so once I had them attached, I wanted to add some greenery and flowers. So I had these greenery from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to start adding them pick by pick here and there on the top, the bottom, and even some in between for a nice touch of greenery. To add some color and complement the colors of the flip-flops, I'm going to add these yellow ones from Dollar Tree, again on the top, the bottom, and in between. And then I wanted to add a pop of really colorful one, so I'm just going to add this beautiful pink one in the center there, right on the bottom of the flip-flops, and then add some more of the pink ones here and there in the rest of the arrangement. This is just going to bring everything together. I did not add any ribbon to hang it from because this wreath form is a grapevine. You can hang it through the vines very easily, although you can add any ribbon you want to the top and then be able to hang it. But look how beautiful this looks. I'm actually going to keep it. I'm not going to sell it or gift it. I'm going to use it in my summer porch decor. What do you think? For this next flip-flop hack, I'm going to take these beautiful pink and white striped ones. They are adult size. And I'm just going to place them on top of some cardboard. I was inspired by a Pinterest post that I see. And I'm just going to mark where I need to make a cut, because I need to make a base for these flip-flops to keep that V shape that I want. I'm going to use my blade knife to cut off any excess cardboard. And then I'm going to place the flip-flops right back on top. This time, I'm going to trace it a little bit more in detail so that I know exactly where I need to cut. But I want to leave enough on the top so that the V shape stays in place and it's nice and sturdy. Now, once I had everything cut, I thought I needed to add just one more layer of thickness and security so that it does not go anywhere. So I had these paint sticks that I got on Amazon, but you can use any paint sticks you have on hand. I'm going to mark where I need to cut, and then I'm just going to use wire cutters just to cut them. And then I'm going to hot glue them right on top of the cardboard. Again, this is to add security, thickness, so that the flip-flops stay nice and put. Once I had them glued, I am going to paint them white. I wasn't sure if you're going to still be able to see it through the top or the sides of the flip-flops, so I wanted to just give it a nice neutral color. I didn't do the back, but if you want, you can do the back. Now I'm going to take this love sign from Dollar Tree. It has a little bit of a farmhouse look. We're going to remove everything from it. And we are going to sand down smooth any surface that has any excess glue. I'm going to wipe it down really, really well because we are going to paint the surface in a beautiful agave color by Waverly. I'm a little bit obsessed with this color. It's such a beautiful color for spring, but specifically for summer. And it has great coverage. So I only gave it one coat, and that was actually sufficient. I'm going to put that to the side, and while it dries, I'm going to attach the flip-flops to my platform. I'm just going to hot glue it in place, making sure I add enough hot glue. I'm going to add one first and then the next one. To be able to hang this piece, I am going to add some white nautical rope from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to hot glue it to the back, and I'm also going to add some masking tape. This is for two things. This is to add more security, and I'm also going to add it because I don't want the rope to fray on me. So masking tape really does work nicely. All right, so now to the front, I am going to make these faux knots that I've used before as a technique that is really clever to use. I'm going to make a very tight knot. I'm going to remove the excess rope from the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to hot glue one on each bottom of the flip-flop. In a little bit, you're going to see why that's important. Now the piece is dry, so I'm going to stencil this welcome stencil from Essential Stencil, and I'm just going to use some Waverly chalk paint in the white and stencil it away. Nothing major, nothing fancy, just going to stencil it. Once I had it stenciled, I did want it to seal everything because this will be out in my porch and it will be exposed to the elements. So I'm just going to use this Rust-Oleum clear top coat, and I'm just going to give it one coat and let it dry. Now we're going to bring everything together. I'm going to cut two pieces of the same nautical rope from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to start hot gluing it to the bottom of each flip-flop and joining in the bottom portion. This is going to be what is holding the pieces together, but the knot is going to be looking like it is knotted in the front, not hot glued. I hope that makes sense. I'm just going to hot glue it and also use masking tape as I did earlier. We are almost done, but I am a sucker for adding greenery, and I know some of you always call me out on it, saying you always add greenery to things. I just think it just adds character and color and just beauty. I like it, but you don't have to do this step if you don't want. I'm going to use some of these picks from the Dollar Tree I had left over, and I'm just going to hot glue them to the top, and then I'm going to bend them over as needed, as well as these cute little pink flowers and a yellow one to bring everything together and add a cute pop of color. I gotta say, this one is very much one of my favorites. I love the color combinations. I love how it just has this beachy, very cool look for summer. What do you think? For the next Dollar Tree flip-flop hack, I am going to use this wood round from Dollar Tree. You get these all the time in the crafting section, and I'm going to start applying different colors of paint using my chalk paint brushes. Now, these brushes are great for blending, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use different colors of yellows and a mauve color and a blue color, and I'm just going to let you watch as I blend these colors all together, joining in the middle. Friends, I would love to connect with you on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. And if you would like to do so as well, I have those links down below in the description box, so check them out when you're done watching. I mentioned that these brushes are great for blending, but they're also great for crafting and furniture flipping. I use them all the time when I flip furniture, and I have several on hand. And I also have them on my Amazon store. So if you want to check it out, that Amazon store is linked down below in the description box as well. All right, so we're just about done blending these colors, and I'm really loving the way it has that sunset kind of ocean look. Beautiful. All right, so I created a decal using my Cricut. This one says life is better in flip-flops, and I think it's just so appropriate for the theme today. I did make sure that I placed the letters and the words exactly where I wanted them so that I can fit two flip-flops on the left side. I'm going to attach it using some transfer tape, and then I'm just going to peel off the transfer tape and reveal the beautiful decal. These flip-flops are the youth kind, and they're so cute. How fun are these colors? And it has these cute little dinosaurs. Perfect color combination with the wood round. I'm going to hot glue them in place. One is going to be lower than the other one. Very easy to do. Now this one, I am going to do the same thing that I did earlier with the faux knots. I'm just going to make a couple of knots very tightly, cut off the excess rope on top and the bottom, and then I'm just going to hot glue it over those holes that were already on the wood round. I'll do the same thing to the next one. Now for the back, very easily, we're just going to add some nautical rope once again. I'm going to hot glue it in place, And I am going to use masking tape to make sure that they're not going to fray on me. You do not have to do this. I do like doing it because I do know that it will fray on me. But look how beautiful this one looks. If this doesn't scream summer to you, I don't know what does. Absolutely gorgeous. For the next Dollar Tree flip-flop hack is such an easy one. If you have a mason jar, this is one you can do very easily and quickly. I'm going to take this youth size flip-flop. They have a very cool and groovy color scheme. I am going to poke a couple of holes on each one, and then I'm going to thread some white jute string right through them, making sure that the end and the beginning string lands on the back of each flip-flop. Once I have them threaded, I want to make sure that they're joined in the center as close as possible, and then I'm just going to place them right around the mason jar. Very easy. I'm going to make a very simple knot in the back, and that way we can just remove this when the season is over and reuse the mason jar later on. I'm going to take some of this beautiful teal burlap ribbon. I'm going to cut off a piece, fold it in half, and hot glue it around the thread so you do not see that part. I'm going to add this beautiful yellow flower right in the center with hot glue, making sure that the petals are underneath these straps so they don't get curled up to the top. Nice and easy. Now for the inside, I'm just going to use some regular greenery because we use that beautiful flower in the front. The greenery is just toned down enough to make that design pop. What a beautiful and easy craft you can make this summer. You can make multiples, whatever your heart desires. I would love to know which one is your favorite though. Mine has to be the wreath in the beginning and the welcome one. But let me know what you think. And I do have another video here for you to watch. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.